Hi, I'm Morgan Reagan, color analyst for the Golden State Valkyries. Please give a like and subscribe to Bay Area Sports Wrap, and make sure to throw your V's up.
I'll try. Hi there.
Hi, Marissa.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Just kind of, what are you expecting from Mo tonight? Like any minutes restriction, or just like what do you look at when you're bringing a player back who's been out for so long?
What am I expecting?
Just as far as like playing time and just, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we put her in some situations over the past couple of days, obviously, to ramp her up. Because the biggest thing when someone's out that long is then you don't want to risk her going too hard and then she pulls something else. And so, yeah, we're just going to be super mindful. But she played a lot of contact basketball this week just to ramp her up. Again, medical is on it with some time restrictions, a little bit of minute restrictions today. But, yeah, we just want her to go out there and have fun, be herself. And so we'll see probably after the first minute how she's doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Natalie, just going off that, what was Mo's role during the time when she was injured? I know she traveled with the team. She was on the bench. She seemed very vocal. How important was that to have her even when she wasn't playing?
Huge, because she's a big voice for us. She's like the mother on the team. Like when we went out to dinner, we were like, who would be the most likely person that you call in case of emergency? And about everyone said Mo. So yeah, just Mo's motherly instincts, I'd say, her veteran leadership, but we'll call her the mother of the team. And then just her voice of reason. Anytime we kind of get in a situation where if I ask tough questions, Mo and Tem are usually the first to answer. So, you know, they're not afraid to step up and be honest with what is hurting us or what's working and what's not working. So always having Mo around is key.
Hey, Natalie, first off, what you got on your note cards there?
None of your old business.
Sounds good. Second, I've noticed on social media, on games you win, it looks like you let the coach that had the scout, if I'm not mistaken, give a little talk to the team afterwards. And I'm just wondering, what was your reasoning behind this, and what do you feel like this does for those assistant coaches to give them that opportunity after a win, after it's been their scout, to sort of speak to the group?
Yeah, couple things. Joe Mazzulla has mentored me in certain ways of saying always kind of give your assistants experiences. If like their goal is to be a head coach, is to put them in situations where they're going to have that opportunity. So I would assume all my assistants would love to be head coaches one day. And so speaking in front of the team, which they don't get as often as I would like, especially with a camera in your face, I think it's really good experience. I really don't like post-game speeches. I kind of am like, we're supposed to, not we're supposed to win, but that's kind of my mentality is like, yeah, we win. You don't need a congratulations after that. But no, it gives them experience to speak. Again, with a camera in your face is not easy. And yeah, I mean, I'm really trying to push, any level that I can to get them to do head coaching things, and I'm going to put them in that situation. So some enjoy it, some hate it, and I love when they hate it because then I could push them even to do more. But they're so good at it. If you could see, like, the girls really feed off of their energy, especially when it's super intentional about their specific game plan. So, yeah.
Do you have them speak after wins and losses?
Do I?
Do they speak after wins and losses to the team, or just wins?
Just the wins. Just the wins. Yeah.
Hey, Natalie. What's the biggest area of growth you've seen from Carla from the beginning of the season till now?
Ooh, I think her speaking, because she's taking English classes too, as well. And so her speaking up, she is doing a really good job kind of getting out of her shell. I don't think I had a conversation with her in the first month, just to be honest. Even in games, that's why we did signals at the beginning. And now she's just screaming out the calls. Like I said, the last game, she called a certain play and she was able to score out of it. And then she did the second option. So yeah, just her using her voice, but also using her IQ of when to call certain plays, because down the stretch, obviously, we need, execution. So I'm just kind of giving her a little bit more responsibility. But the fact that now everyone can hear her, that's huge. And then me and her, we're communicating a lot better, too, as well. Like, she'll come up and just scream real fast. And then sometimes I look at her and I'm like, I don't know what she said, but she says it with so much passion that I just nod and I just trust that she's doing the right thing. And, I'm learning her too. So, yeah, her confidence is just so high right now. It's really cool to see. Yeah.
Hi, Natalie. Last week, Mo Billings did a mental health panel, which was amazing here with the community. And we know that she has a book that she's had out as well. Does she bring some of that into the locker room, whether before, after sessions, or anything not like clinical sessions or anything, but just that mental health and wellness spirit?
Well, that I think kind of goes back to, the question of how important is Mo. Again, because Mo's really good when things are tough. Her and Tim are usually the ones to respond. And so that's where I think Mo uses her experience with mental health, is like, maybe not everyone wants to speak when I yell at them. Maybe they don't want to be the first. So she's not, like I said, she steps up. She's not afraid. She's protecting her teammates if they don't feel very comfortable responding to me. So, like I said, Mo is so important to us in those situations. And you could tell Mo has practiced mental health because she always has a clear spirit about her. Her energy is really clean. She's really open. And the best thing is Mo's a great listener. And anytime you guys are with 12 to 13 women every single day, you need a great listener around. And Mo, she's really special.
Hi, Coach. As you're going for this playoff push, how beneficial is it to have on the schedule this stretch at home here? You're in the middle of 5, so how beneficial is it that the schedule kind of worked out? Do you got these home games here?
I mean, we couldn't create the schedule, so we just try to make everything the best, But again, like if we're on the road, we're on the road. We're going to make the road the best situation as well. So we didn't have any power or control of making the schedule. We just have to be mindful. And the best thing about being home is I think the medical stuff is like we can do it obviously a little bit more around the clock because we have accessibility to it. So just being more mindful about recovery, I think on the road is a little bit more difficult than it is at home. Yeah.
Hey, Natalie. Since the All-Star break, your three-point numbers, the efficiency's like way up. I think third in the W, number one in makes per game. Is there something that you could attribute to that? Is it just people making more shots, or are you getting better quality looks? What have maybe you've noticed since then?
I think we're definitely, we actually call it, like I talked about quality shots, we actually call them now family shots, because now we're really figuring out whose strengths, what direction people like to run routes, when they like to shoot it. Is it catch and shoot or off the dribble? Like we're really starting to understand the type of family shots we want to take. As you feel, it's threes, but we are getting to the paint too a little bit better. So I think I contributed to that, but I also think it's when we are having our best defensive games is when we are actually getting our best shots, because obviously if we can play in flow, and pace, like that's usually the best because the defense isn't set. So I think it contributes to a lot of things, but mostly I think it's that we're learning each other and know when to continue to hit the hot hand. Yeah.
Hey, Natalie. I know you mentioned Joe Mazzulla earlier, and I know you spent like an off season with him, sort of shadowing him and picking his brain and just getting a lot of advice from him. Now you've had like almost done with your first season as a head coach. How much of like that off season do you feel like really prepared you for this role?
A ton. I mean, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for all my, mentors. I mean, Armand Hill, he's part of our staff. He's a big mentor who I have 24/7, which I'm very lucky. Obviously, Ty Lue, and then got to pick Joe Mazzulla's brain in the off season, just because he was a young coach who had expectations of winning championships. I mean, banners are the only thing that's acceptable in Celtics. In Boston Celtics. So just very lucky, number one, that he was able to give me that amount of time that he did. And just the insight and what, again, I pulled from Joe Mazzulla was his staff was connected. The first day I remember watching practice and I'm like, who's the bench coach? Who's the PD? Who's the video guy? I could not tell who was who because everyone took part on coaching. Everybody took part on someone rebounding. Everyone took part on someone passing, go shag balls. Like everyone was doing everything that I couldn't even tell. And by that, I was like, wow, I want my staff to be, where there's no hierarchy. I think when you have no hierarchy, I think it just keeps everybody grounded and everyone having a sense of humility that no one's bigger than the team. And right when I saw that, and then I got to go deeper and I got to talk to the assistants, and that's what they said is like, Joe's just like one of us. He treats us the same. There's no hierarchy and everyone has a voice. Everyone's empowered. And I think that's really what I got to take along of a lot of other things, but like, yeah, that was the main thing that I really wanted to ingrain in my culture. Yeah, you're welcome.
Coach, with Sabrina out tonight for New York, how much does that change what they look like on the court, offensively, defensively, and how you guys counter that with her not on the lineup for that?
Are you 100% sure she's out?
Coach said, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're going to have to figure out some things because we prepared for her to play. So we're going to figure out, obviously, different matchups, but we always prepare for everyone to play, regardless if it's questionable or out. So, yeah, I mean, it shifts, obviously, because you don't have that three-pointer, but, I mean, Johannes is just, I mean, a bigger threat, too. But Sabrina obviously plays a little bit more point guard. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to shift a little bit, but still, the talent on this team is high level. I mean, there really isn't any holes on this team. Bringing, obviously, Emma in, she's like the female Jokic. So you got to be able to defend her, take away her vision, be physical with her. And then obviously, they added Steph, I mean, because she's no longer here. And we know Steph brings a lot of energy. She plays the right way. She's physical defensively. She can guard multiple positions. So yeah, just a loaded team with a lot of talent. And so regardless, I mean, Sabrina, no Sabrina, obviously without her, it's great. But we have to be ready.
Last one. And Coach, just curious, getting back to Nathan's question about Carla, are you familiar with how she's been trying to learn English? And the reason I ask that is, this is the other sport down the road, but the Giants, Wilmer Flores, when he was trying to learn how to speak English, he would watch reruns of Friends, which became his walk-up song. So I'm just curious to see if she's used any mainstream media or movies or TV shows to...
I don't know. I'll have to ask her. I just know that she has English lessons, and I could tell she's definitely using like her English a lot more. She's a lot more comfortable. I think when you guys talk to her, she's a little bit more patient and understanding. I know Jaw's a really good translator for her, and Illy. She has cussed, I'll tell you that. She's used some cuss words, but it's really, someone said to impersonate me at a dinner, and she just, she went off. And so, yeah, they had a great laugh about it. So, yeah, she's, my proud daughter. Just kidding. Thanks, you guys.
Hi there, I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition, and you are watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.